Well, how do there, chums, as I, Captain Steve, and today, chums, I'm going to be showing you how to just fire up creative mode and start building nice and quick. So, yeah, if you quite like Minecraft and you want to do Minecraft in space, this is kind of how you go about doing that. And this is from the Frontiers Update 2021, around about September, October time. Anyway, it shouldn't change all that much. From the main screen, you need to hit up New Game and select the Creative tab. So on the Creative tab, you don't have to worry about resource gathering. You can just build to your heart's content. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Captain Stevie Enterprise. Yeah, it sounds very Star Trek-y, doesn't it? All that sort of music. I bet you was thinking the same thing. But here we go. I fired up into Creative Save. Now, as soon as you spawn into Creative Save, you've got access to everything you need to build, including a base computer, which is already on the planet's surface. So yes, you can just hit this up if you want to, and just start building straight away. Or you can go into your quick menu, and you can actually put down your own base computer on a planet of your choosing. So the spaceship's just over there, get in, take off, fly to another planet, and put down one of these, a base computer. And then you can actually just claim a base on a completely different planet. If you want to find a lovely, lush planet with beautiful vistas and lovely sort of scapes, I will give you a video in the top right-hand corner now, chums, of how you can find a lush planet, a paradise planet that almost looks like Earth type planets. You know, they're really cool. So hit that up if you don't like the planet that you've actually started on. Now, I'm just going to go for this base computer that's just sitting here right in front of me, so I don't even have to put one down. And what I like about putting them down right here, as soon as you spawn in, is normally the ground is very flat and it's a nice area to build. Yeah, when you claim your base, it's not going to pop up with a picture of me saying subscribe. No, that'd be freaking awesome though. Amount of subscribers I get if they put that in game. Hello games. Yes. No, I'm joking. Anyhow, so here we go. Let's press on with the build. But it would be nice if you hit that subscribe button. Thanking you. If you like what you see. Right, so here we are. So you've got all these different tabs. And you can see that there's all sorts going on. There's inside elements, outdoor elements. So the outdoor elements have got the flag. The indoor elements have got the little chair to sort of indicate the sort of accessories to make your base look fine and dandy. In this little tutorial, I'm just going to show you the interior sort of design. There's a lot you can put on the outside, like flags and aerial masks and all sorts of other stuff, even water collectors and barrels and all sorts of things to make it look lived in. But I'm just going to keep it to the aesthetic feel of building an actual shell. And yeah, I'll give you some ideas for how you can do interiors, and I'll give you a little bit of a detailed idea of how you can mesh items into each other to make them look like a singular unit. But we'll get to that in a moment, so carry on watching. So here you go. What I've done here is I've put some archways underneath. I quite like to have a raised base slightly, just in case some of the foliage ingresses through the floor panels and you can still see little elements of grass coming through the floor. So I like to have things raised just for that one reason. But here we go. I'm just putting down some windows at the moment to let some natural light into the actual building itself. Now when it comes to nighttime, you probably want to put some lights on there, to be fair, and you'll find those under the little settee type one, the interior type stuff. Or you might find some better lights for outside lighting. You might want to put outside lighting inside because it seems to be brighter than the lighting options you get for the interiors. But there we go. It's up to you. You can mix and mesh. You can actually scale things as well when you put them down, but we'll get to that in a moment too. So at the moment I'm just building the actual outside shell. And you can see there I selected quite a large window, but when I put it in, it changed to a smaller window. So sometimes when you build like multiple stories, it tries to make decisions for you. And at the moment, some of those decisions are a little bit weird and a little bit off. I think some might be by design and some might not be. There's a couple of little bugs that need to be ironed out in this current iteration. But here we go, I'm putting on some roof panels here. And you can see here I've jumped into the metal alloys and I'm mixing alloys with stone. You can do that. You can go through any of the different tabs and mix different styles in and make your own custom builds. You could have had wood, I could have had wooden walls, I could have had metal walls, and I could have had stone floors. All sorts of stuff. So just mix and match and make it look how you want it to look. But I think this looks kind of very Star Wars-esque, doesn't it? This looks like it could be right inside the Mandalorian. You know, on planet, what is it, Tatooine? Tatooine, or is it Navarro? Either or, it could work. Both of those are deserty type planets, aren't they? And they look fairly similar inside of the actual Star Wars verse. And you are going to find that with some planets inside of the No Man's Sky verse. So yeah, when you land on like a cactusy flesh planet, it's going to be fairly cactusy fleshy. On the next cactusy fleshy planet you land on, there are subtle different. Yeah, when they say this whole entire universe is procedurally generated, some of the planets and biomes are going to be fairly similar in the way that they look or feel. But here we go, let's put these stairs in. So there we go, just building those. And what I might do is just put some little ramps going up the side to contain these stairs, but we'll get there in a second. So I'm using free placement mode, and you can toggle that on the PlayStation by just pressing down on the D-pad over here. And yeah, I don't know what it is on other consoles or platforms, but you see on the top bar there where it's got all my controls, you can see what buttons to press underneath each of those sort of icons. So just make sure you just pick the right one for whatever platform you're on, Xbox or PC. And it's like right now, I'm in a build camera mode, and to access that, I had to press in one of these hatch stands or over here to go into free camera mode. Yeah, it just toggles that on or off. So you can stand well away from your build, and then build. You can see there, I've got this little green projection coming out of my sort of exo AI unit on my shoulder. Its actual name is Talamon. But yeah, it's beaming out these green lights to show a holographic projection of where I'm going to build. And I'm using like the L and R's there to sort of spin those and rotate them and get them where I want them. And again, I'm in free placement mode. That's why you can see it merging through the stairs. Now you can merge parts into other parts in this latest edition. And we've been given 250 new base parts. So this is why I'm putting this video out there, because there's probably a lot of people that have heard about No Man's Sky has now been given all these new base parts, and there's some people that are just solely into base building, which is fine. The best mode to do that in, like I say, is creative mode, as you don't need the resources. However, a lot of people play in normal mode, so if they want to come visit your bases, they probably want to fire up normal. But that said, if they do fire up creative, they've got all the glyphs, they've got all the portal means to get there and do what they need to do, so it's a lot easier in the creative mode. So here we go, I've just put down like a little bar there, we've got a little bar, so now I'm going to build a little kitchenette towards the actual back of this build, and because I want to make it look kind of Star Wars-esque, I'm going to put down these wall panels first of all to almost make it look like some sort of technology counter, if you like. You can imagine there's all wirings in there and circuit boards and other shenanigans going on, and water filters and puration filters or whatever you need to actually survive. And this is going to be a sink in a roundabout way. It's like an LED light sink. Yeah, pretty cool. So I'm going to stick that there. Lovely job. Boom. It's the closest thing we've got to something that looks like water inside of the actual game in the moment. Yes, although we've got 250 base parts, there's not a kitchen sink included. You have to make your own. So here we go. I'm putting down these little beer taps, yeah, as taps for my sink. So I'm going to put one over there. I'm going to have a cold tap. Right. And we're going to have a hot tap. Yes, why not? Yes, it's old school. There's none of this combi rubbish going on inside my base. No. Put that there. Fantastic. Awesome. Now, we want a microwave, don't we? Yes, because that's the perfect thing to put next to running water. Don't do that at home. So we go, let's scan this up, let's put that in there. It kind of looks like a microwave. It could be a TV. It could be anything. It's freaking Star Wars universe. Well, No Man's Sky universe. Sorry. Yeah. Nothing to do with Star Wars whatsoever. Don't sue Hello Games, George Lucas or Disney. Yeah, right, so here we go. Let's head on over here and let's go and stick in this little kitchen unit underneath. And if I make that bigger, I can sort of make it so it encompasses the sink. And it kind of looks like it's embedded in, which I kind of like the look of that. So yeah, slap that into place. Boom. And there are quite a lot of parts that have sort of animations. A little bit like that microwavey type screen there, and you get to know what these parts are, and you have your own sort of go-to favourites. One of mine is just like a wall fan because it actually spins. It's nice. So I'm going to stick that just above the actual sink. Perfect. For getting rid of all those unwanted smells, and extract a fan. Boom. And there we go. We've got a little mini kitchen. How sweet is that? I'm going to stick in a little sofa so people can take a sit, and a little pew. You can look out that little letterbox window there. Brilliant. You know what? I might put a weapons rack on this little shelf tucked behind the sofa. Very stealthy. Oh, awesome. Yeah, some unwanted person comes through the door. Just, sorry, what are you selling? Yeah, I don't think so. Not today. Cherry pie? Yeah. Kaboom. You're gone. Excellent. So there we go. Done. And we're going to stick in a portal so we can jump to all the other bases that we build. Now, there is a little bit of a problem with portals at the moment. You see there, it was red stated. It wouldn't let me put it down. It's because it feels that my player is too close to the portal. For whatever reason, they've made it crazy town distance away from your person. So I had to stand on the stairs to open the door to put it in. but it's about 3 floor panels away that you've got to be in distance now. So I've got to put that right up against the wall. Yeah, that's a bit crazy. That shouldn't be a thing. So I'm thinking that we're still waiting on the latest round of patches, and some of the patch notes say that they've fixed some of the snapping issues. We've been waiting on it for about 2 weeks. It's been experimental for 2 weeks at the moment, but at least we know it's en route. It's en route! So by the time you watch this video, hopefully, fingers crossed, that won't be a problem anymore. But there we go. And I'm enabling power directly from the actual base computer. You can do that in creative mode. If you're in normal mode, you've got to put up a solar panel array or some sort of biofuel reactor or find an electromagnetic hotspot to power your base. But inside creative mode, just toggle it to enabled. How cool is that? You can see that I've named my base, and you can take a photo of your base. It should upload to the photos on the server, so people can see a picture of your base before they jump there to get an idea of what's there. However, at the moment, we're still waiting for the photos to populate on the server, so hopefully that's coming soon in that round of patch fixes, because it is mentioned in the list. So looking forward to that as well. So there we go, all linked up, all done. I've given you a rough idea of how to lay stuff out interior-wise and how you can mesh things in. So I hope this has been useful to all of you out there in the viewerverse that just wants to build. Until next time, people, you've been awesome. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe, and I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers! And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.